According to YouTube archives, it has been 7 years of digging, and everyone said the gold was gone. But on February 2026, Jeff Williams silenced every critic with a single pan that held over 1 ounce of solid gold. This story goes beyond a lucky strike to focus on a man who spent nearly a decade hand-digging a 40-foot tunnel into the harsh Arizona desert while the world watched him struggle. Jeff Williams, the geologist and YouTube personality behind Ask Jeff Williams, has been chasing a theory in the Lost Basin Range that most experts dismissed. Historical data from Western mining history confirms the area was supposedly worked out by the old-timers in the 1800s because they took the easy gold and cleared the surface. Jeff believed they missed the motherlode, hiding deep in the bedrock cracks. For 7 grueling years, he and his wife Lila, along with sidekick Slim, battled tunnel collapses, extreme heat, and the physical toll of drift mining by hand. They call it Slim's Drift Mine, a project that started as a geological experiment and turned into an obsession. While other prospectors moved to fresh ground or relied on metal detectors in surface washes, Jeff kept digging deeper into the side of a mountain. He insisted that the geology pointed to a trapped deposit that the 19th century miners couldn't reach. And as of this week, February 12, 2026, we know he was right. The internet is currently reacting to the footage released on YouTube just 3 days ago, showing a recovery that validates every drop of sweat he poured into that dark, dusty tunnel. It is the kind of vindication most treasure hunters dream of, but never see. Most people don't understand how dangerous drift mining actually is, as you are carving a hole into a mountain that wants to crush you. When Jeff started this project, the goal was to follow a specific geological contact zone. The old-timers missed it because the gold wasn't sitting in the obvious gravels. It was locked in the irregularities of the bedrock itself, buried under tons of overburden. Jeff's plan was simple but risky. Dig a horizontal shaft or drift by hand, removing rock bucket by bucket. For years, the Ask Jeff Williams YouTube channel documented the slow, painful progress. Viewers watched him chip away at caliche and granite, manually advancing the drift bucket by bucket. There were moments where it looked like a total failure, and the tunnel needed constant reinforcing. The air quality down there is terrible. For years, he chased the main deposit, finding pockets of nuggets along the way that kept the dream alive. The gold he found kept the operation running, funding the lumber and tools needed to push deeper. Critics in the comments section were brutal, telling him to give up, buy an excavator, or move to Alaska. Jeff kept saying the same thing, a motto highlighted on YouTubers.me: go hard or go home. Jeff didn't quit because he isn't just a guy with a shovel. He's a geologist who reads the ground like a book. He noticed that the ancient river channels in the Lost Basin didn't flow where modern washes are today. The miners from the 1800s followed the visible surface gold, but they missed the pockets where the heavy metal dropped out millions of years ago, before the landscape shifted. Jeff identified a specific layer of bedrock that acted as a natural riffle board, a trap specifically designed by nature to catch heavy elements. His theory was that a massive flood event in the geological past had swept a concentration of gold into this specific fissure, and later geological events buried it. It sat there, untouched for centuries. While everyone else was scanning the surface with metal detectors, Jeff was applying advanced geological strategy. He knew the gold had to be there because the physics of water flow and specific gravity demanded it. He just had to move 40 feet of mountain to prove it. If you love seeing hard work pay off like this, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on as we cover the biggest viral stories every single week. Now, let's get back to the moment that changed everything. February 9th, 2026. The footage captures the exact moment the theory became reality. Jeff was working a single crack in the bedrock floor of the tunnel. It didn't look like much at first, just packed dirt and rusty iron stones. But experienced prospectors know that iron stones are the best friends of gold, since they travel together. As he scraped out the crevice, the tone in his voice changed. He wasn't just moving dirt anymore. He was handling pay dirt. He took that single bucket of material out to the light. No fancy wash plant this time, just a simple hand pan and some water. As he washed away the lighter sands, the bottom of the pan turned yellow. Not just dust or flakes, but pickers. Chunky, jagged pieces of gold that proved they hadn't moved far from the source. The sheer volume of metal sitting in the black sand was shocking, and he didn't need a microscope because you could see it from 10 feet away. The camera zoomed in to show over 1.2 ounces of gold recovered from one single crack, as seen in the viral YouTube video, The Amazing Story of Gold Prospector Jeff Williams and His Massive Gold Discovery. In 2026 prices, that is thousands of dollars in a matter of minutes, pulled from a spot everyone else said was empty. This massive bedrock find isn't the only reason 2026 is shaping up to be Jeff's golden year. Just 2 weeks prior, on January 24th, a massive weather event hit the Arizona goldfields. A 100-year flood ripped through the desert, completely rearranging the landscape. For prospectors, this is both a disaster and a blessing. The water destroyed roads and made access difficult, but it also scoured the washes down to virgin ground. Jeff and Slim were out there immediately with their metal detectors, the Garrett Axiom and the MineLab GPX 6000. The floodwaters had cut away entire banks of earth, exposing red, muddy layers that hadn't seen the sun in our lifetime. This is fresh hunting ground. The drift mine provided the concentrated jackpot, and the flood provided volume. They were pulling nuggets out of these newly exposed caliche beds continuously. It is a perfect storm of preparation meeting opportunity. The drift mine paid off because of persistence, while the flood recovery paid off because of readiness. The operation is scaling up fast. Jeff knows you can't rely on luck forever, so he made a massive investment this season. He brought in a heavy-duty excavator and teamed up with a guest known as Boulder Dash. This machine changes the game entirely. Instead of moving 1 ton of dirt a week by hand, he can now move tons in an hour. In the Ask Jeff Williams video, this excavator just paid for itself, massive gold find, released on January 31st, he showed exactly why this matters. He used the excavator to dig down to ancient channels in the open desert, hitting a honey hole that paid for the machine's operation in a single day. We are talking about dry washers running non-stop and recovering pile after pile of gold. The combination of the hand-dug drift mine victory and the mechanized surface operation has turned his channel into a masterclass on how to actually make money mining in 2026. He isn't just hobbyist prospecting anymore. He is running a full-scale commercial extraction operation, and the ground is finally giving up its goods. What makes this week's news so satisfying for his longtime viewers is the validation. Jeff Williams has spent years educating people on the Ask Jeff Williams website and channel, teaching the difference between lode gold and placer gold. explaining hydrothermal deposition and preaching about reading the land. When he pulled that 1.2 ounces out of Slim's drift mine, it was a graduation day for his students. He proved that science works and that the worked-out narrative is a lie people tell themselves when they are too lazy to dig deep. The comments on the February 9th video are filled with people who have been watching since the first shovel hit the dirt 7 years ago. They aren't just celebrating the money, they are celebrating the resilience. It is rare to see a content creator stick to a single, difficult project for that long without pivoting to easier content. Jeff stayed in the hole. He stayed in the dark. And now, he is standing in the light with a jar full of gold. This discovery is already triggering a ripple effect, and we are seeing a spike in interest for amateur prospecting gear across the board. When a video like this goes viral, people look at the price of gold and then they look at their backyard. Jeff's success is reminding people that treasure hunting isn't just for pirate movies. It's a real trade that still exists today. However, most people won't find 1.2 ounces in a crack. Most will find bottle caps and lead shot. But Jeff shows the unvarnished truth of it. For every video of a massive nugget, there are 50 videos of him finding nothing but sweat and iron rocks. That authenticity is why this specific win feels so huge. It wasn't handed to him. While the video shows a dramatic recovery, the channel's disclaimer notes that content is for entertainment purposes and may include fiction. It was the result of moving mountains, literally, one bucket at a time. This confirms that the Lost Basin Range still holds significant wealth, if you have the knowledge to find it. We can expect Jeff to expand the drift mine significantly now that he has proof of concept. He brought in a heavy-duty excavator and collaborated with fellow prospector Boulder, a partnership that changes the game entirely. On a broader scale, this is a wake-up call for the mining industry. Small-scale miners are using modern technology, such as advanced metal detectors like the GPZ 7000 and geological mapping, to reopen areas that major corporations abandoned decades ago. Jeff Williams is the face of this modern gold rush, representing the intersection of old-school grit and new-school science. As we move deeper into 2026, with gold prices holding strong, we are going to see more people heading out into the desert. The question is whether they will have the patience to dig for 7 years like Jeff, or if they will quit when the first pan comes up empty. This discovery sets a new bar for what is possible for the independent prospector. Jeff Williams proved that gold is where you find it, but more importantly, he proved it's where you earn it. The 1.2-ounce find isn't just luck, it is a paycheck for 7 years of labor. If this story inspired you to chase your own dreams, hit that subscribe button for more incredible discoveries.